What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode or another part for the WWE 2K25 showcase. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series so far. This is going to be episode 4 or matchup number 4 or week number 4, whatever you want to call it. It is going to be the fourth one of the showcase. Um, so far, I've enjoyed it, especially the history lessons behind the bloodline. Um, but last week's was absolutely horrible. I did not like that match whatsoever. And we're going to see if the match rewards, the number of match rewards indicates how well the match is going to be. Because if you looked at the other ones, the match rewards are pretty substantial. And there's a lot of them. So because of that, it's like, okay, that one was good. The second one was pretty this crap. I'm hoping this isn't any indication because this one literally only has three. But we'll see. We'll see. And I don't know exactly who these people are. I mean, I know High Chief Peter Maivia is, I believe, The Rock's grandfather. Um, so that's pretty cool that we get to play as him. I think this is the first time, and I could be completely wrong, but I think this is the first time in a WWE 2K game or any WWE game in very, very like recent history or recent time or whatever that he's in the game. So that's pretty cool. Um, and it's him versus George the Animal Steele. I genuinely do not know who George the Animal Steele is. Um, I know he's been in other WWE 2Ks, but I genuinely have no idea who that guy is. And no disrespect to him, but my God, he should have been called Chewbacca. Because look at how much hair is on that dude. Um, but that's the matchup today. High Chief Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Now is your chance to recreate history and win the final battle in this timeless rivalry. Can you lead High Chief to success inside a steel cage against the animal? Ooh, steel cage match. Ooh, is it going to be old school steel cage match rules where literally the only thing is to get out? Or is it going to be pin or escape? I'm going to assume the newest version or the newest rules because it says day one arena right now. So it doesn't give me a historical time frame for this. Like this says this was back in February 13th, 97, April 4th, whatever. I'm assuming this is weird. I mean, I will see. It says create history, so obviously, I guess we're creating history here. But we'll see. Without further ado, I hope once again it's Paul Heyman. So let's see what he has to say.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss. There wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss, predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
So yeah, I guess that's why he's called the Animal.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Again, I have seen George the Animal Steele in previous games.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia, because Maivia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
I wonder what the objectives are going to be.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele. We'll see which prevails tonight.
And the leg tattoos are crazy.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan. When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
Ah, there's a headbutt.
Ridiculous.
Hoisted up high here. Momentum is all with Maivia now.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief. And he is directed into the corner.
And an elbow. When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature. But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor. Single leg takedown. Step over.
Fighting to escape, and he gets out of the hole, but some damage was certainly done there. Shot block. And he's taking on a lot of offense here, guys.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the Animal out here.
We've seen that Steele isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia. So he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steele, well, I think he just shows up to the arena and asks who he's fighting. Trampling the opposition.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles. Oh, yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Down to
And a double axe handle smash. And now placed in the corner.
moving him onto the top turnbuckle. Ooh, and he stops that offense. Boom, hit the button. Mistake made by Steele.
Oh, right across the throat.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at these. Looking to capitalize on that move.
Two! Well, this is unexpected, Byron.
Yeah, I'm guessing he wasn't fully in position.
George beats him to the punch.
Uh-oh.
Fist directly to the gut.
Boom, running STO plants him. Nicely done. Back elbow completely cuts them off. And just in time, he gets out of there.
George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage. Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the Animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
Trouble up on the top rope. Oh! Arm drag. Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
Maivia just smothering his opponent with offense. Setting up again. Ooh, man, backbreaker. And George is laid out.
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks.
And it's certainly well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime. Well, before any of that happens. Are we about to see it again?
Talk about dismantling your opponent.
Does Peter Maivia have this sewn up?
Two. And the High Chief defeats the Animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.
It's still better than last week's, in my opinion. Like, I like this week's match. But, hey, sorry, hold on. One train of thought at a time. This was a great match. Like, a whole lot better than this one. This one so far, dead last in all the matches I've had to do so far. This one fared a whole lot better. Wish there was more rewards, but it is what it is. But back to my excitement. There is a women's match coming up next. Nice. Nia Jax. So this will be nice. It'll be a nice change of pace. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series so far. We're 4 matches in. Next week we already have a preview. We'll see what next week is going to be all about. It's going to be Nia Jax. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series so far. Don't forget to hit subscribe um, to the channel. Helps me out a lot. Would really appreciate to see that you guys, subscribe and like what you guys are seeing. Comment below if you guys have enjoyed the series so far, or if you've enjoyed any of the other series we've got going on so far. Um, but yeah, and hit that notification button for the next time a video drops. You'll be notified to watch it. But got got an extremely planned out and scheduled out video series for everything coming out soon. So just be on the lookout for that. But if you don't want to be on the lookout for that, just hit that notification and it'll notify for you. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed this episode of the WWE 2K25 show. Till next time.